Hey everyone, so today we are doing some resort hopping. We are here at Pop Century. It's a very uniquely themed resort with theming of all the decades from the 1950s up to the 1990s. Yeah, this is one of my favorite resorts to walk around because of all the unique theming. Up here we have 1950, 1960, 1970, and 80 and 90 coming up to the lobby area. I'm gonna head on over and check out the 50s area first. I'm gonna try to see the decades in order. I always get a bit lost when I'm walking around the resorts like this though, so we'll see. In the pool area of the 50s, we have a giant Lady and the Tramp statues. So I think Pop Century actually has more than one pool in their resort area. They have, I think, at least 2 of them last time I was here a couple years ago. So definitely very unique. I never knew Lady and the Tramp was from the 50s. I never realized how old of a movie it was. Alright, so we just saw the 50s. We are gonna head on over to the 60s now. And in the 60s, there is another pool. So we just saw the Lady and the Tramp over at the 50s area. So it looks like the 60s area is the Jungle Book theme, along with a lot of flowers. So here in the 60s area, we have giant containers of Play-Doh. So I never knew that Play-Doh was this old, but did you guys know that Play-Doh was officially patented in 1965? So Play-Doh is now 58 years old, almost 60. All right, so over here we are kind of at the 70s area, I guess. Starting to get a little lost. Okay, so that way says the 80s and 90s. So 70s is this way. All right, it looks like the 70s has giant toys and also a Mickey. Wow, I think this by far is the coolest thing I've seen at Pop Century. They have a giant foosball here. In the 70s area, you can play Twister. There's a lot of neat things around Pop Century to look at. Things of the decades. So we're gonna try to head on over to the 80s and 90s area now. The giant Rubik's Cube over here. And as we are reaching the 80s, it looks like this is the decade of Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and Rubik's Cubes. There's also Pac-Man here, which is neat. And we are coming up to the third pool of Pop Century. So I didn't realize Pop Century had so many pools, but it seems they have 3 pools. One in the 50s, one in the 60s, and one in the 90s area. Also in the 90s area, we have Roger Rabbit. It is also the age of the Walkman and floppy disks. And over here we have something really cool. So this is actually a giant keyboard. So yeah, you guys can see this is just a really giant keyboard on the floor. Yeah, here is a replica of a laptop. It's pretty cool. It's very, very realistic. Alright, here we are inside Pop Century's merch store. Very colorful, just like the rest of the resort. And over on this side is where they have their quick service with a lot of different menu options. Over at this stand we have burgers and sandwiches, the 50th anniversary macarons and tie-dye cheesecake. Over at this station it looks like there is pasta and pizza. So yeah, quite a few options there. Here is where you can get some bottled beverages and also some pastry items. Grab and go things are all here. Over at the station it looks like they have salads and hot dogs, cookies. There are also some other entrees. Buttermilk chicken and beef and salmon, chili in a bread bowl. So definitely plenty of options at this one. I do love that Pop Century has like a kind of food court system going on. There are a lot of options to choose from if you want to get something to eat. Here we have the lobby area where you will check into the resort, as well as their arcade is over here. Definitely Pop Century is one of the much bigger resorts. Right now we are walking from Pop Century over to Art of Animation. In the middle of both resorts is the Skyliner. Here we are in the landscape of flavors, quick service. It's very similar to the Pop Century's one, kind of like a food court style. Here we have burgers and chicken strips, pulled pork sandwich. Over at this one is kind of like the Italian one we saw at Pop Century. There's pasta, pizza, hot dogs, chili bread bowl, and we have the drinks refrigerator. Over here we have a mix of things: tandoori chicken, beef, salmon, sesame chicken stir fry, Greek salad. Yeah, this one does have a bit more option than Pop Century. And over there is the same as Pop Century, grab and go items, drinks and bakery items. There are some pretzels and some of the cupcakes and desserts. Wow, they look really good. So just like at Pop Century, the merchandise shop is just right next to the food court area. Also very colorful. Yeah, something really cool about the Art of Animation Resort is they have all the drawings and concept ideas from the Disney movies. Yeah, they have all 4 movies that you see around the resort: Finding Nemo, Little Mermaid, Lion King, and Cars. So this is something that I definitely really love, the Art of Animation. It's so cool to see the early concept ideas before they became final and permanent. It's interesting to see how they evolved from the first concept idea up to what we know and love now. So inside this area is where the quick service is, the Art of Animation Landscape of Flavors. And outside we have the main pool over in the Finding Nemo area. Very blue, very cute. Art of Animation is one of my favorite resorts to visit, as everything is very, very Disney themed and very cute everywhere. So we're gonna head on over to the next area. So next to the Finding Nemo area is the Cars area, Radiator Springs. So here at the Cars area, there's also another pool. A bit smaller than the Finding Nemo one, but yeah, it looks like Art of Animation has at least 2 pools also. Right now we are entering the Lion King area of the resort. There we have Rafiki. Yeah, this area looks like it's under a bit of construction right now. And the last area of the resort is the Little Mermaid area. Looks a lot like the Finding Nemo area, as it's very blue, but with just a bit different theming inside. This area of the resort looks like Ariel's little grotto, the giant dingle hopper, and a treasure chest of jewels and pipe. At the end, there's the Prince Eric statue. On the side of the resort is the King Triton statue, a really big one. In the middle, there's a big pool, kind of like at the Finding Nemo one. On this side, there's a large Ursula. So we're gonna take a look at the pool a little bit. Yeah, as you guys can see over there, there is the Ariel, kind of like in the movie when they're singing under the sea, and then at the end all the fish point at her. Alright, well, it's getting pretty hot and we're gonna get ready to go, so thank you everyone for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye!